if at first you don't succeed. Hi guys, Chris here, and you're watching Here We Are Running. And if you're watching last week's video, you will see that I did not achieve my goal of a sub 20-minute 5K. So I've come back and I'm going to try it again. Well, last week I really did lose the mental battle. It is tough running 12.5 laps on your own. And yeah, as I say, I lost that mental battle last weekend. I have given this a go on Tuesday. I went back on my own, I didn't film it. I tried again and it didn't go well that time either. So this is my third attempt. And if I'm not successful this time round, I don't know where I'm going to go next, but I am going to do everything I can to at least finish it this time, and we'll just see. If I don't go sub 20, at least I know I finished it. I've got as well as I could do under the circumstances. And this time round, I think a few things are different that are going to help me, and also some things that aren't going to help me. So firstly, those that are going to help me, right, to tackle this mental battle, when I get into that difficult 3rd and 4th kilometre, I'm going to start counting down the laps rather than looking at the time, the distance. I'm just going to count down the laps. I've also changed the music that I'm going to be playing through my headphones. So I have picked some songs from my youth. I'm not even going to tell you what they are, but they are songs that I used to listen to loads when I was young. And because of that, I know all of the words to these songs. So I'm going to be singing them in my head as I'm running to try and take my mind off of what I'm actually doing. Now, what's going to make it more difficult? Well, it is much warmer today. It's a good few degrees warmer, and this is early in the morning. It could make a difference. Running in the heat, and it's not too warm, don't get me wrong, but it is a few degrees warm. I think the conditions last weekend were ideal for doing this, not so much this weekend. And the second thing, of course, is I know now that I've attempted this twice, haven't finished the distance because I just lost that mental battle, the mental will to do it during. That could play on my mind. I'm hoping it won't. I'm trying to get rid of those thoughts right now. But, you know, that's going against me slightly. So, that's what we've got to deal with today. Let's see how we get on with it. Yes, done it. Oh, so relieved, I can't tell you. Anyway, I'm going to get back home now, shower up, and in one moment, let's talk through it. First thing to say is that, of course, this is an unofficial PB, and it's hard to say how accurate the distance really was. I went by the GPS on my watch, which has previously been pretty accurate on the rare occasions that I've got to run around the track and there's been nobody else about. But I know that you can't really rely on GPS accuracy, especially on a 400-meter loop. But the reason I went with GPS instead of simply running 12.5 laps is that I had to overtake quite a few other people who were on the track in the inside lane. And that meant going into the middle of the track or the outer edge as I was overtaking them and sort of keeping the 2-meter social distance. Having said that, it is quite possible that the GPS measured a bit short. So what time did I get? Well, going by my Garmin, which I stopped slightly late, my time was 19 minutes and 47 seconds. I have to be happy with that. Let me put the splits up on the screen now, but also I want to say that unlike my previous attempts, today I didn't try to keep the pace within a couple of seconds from 4 minutes per kilometre. Instead, I actually tried to avoid looking at my watch as much as I possibly could, especially during the earlier kilometres. And this helped to take my mind off it. But as you can see, there is some variation. Kilometre 4 was a really tough one. I could feel myself going slower, but another thing I did before this attempt was to change what was displayed on my watch. Normally I have the average pace of the current kilometre displayed, but this time, as well as that, I had the overall average pace for the run. So even on that 4th kilometre when it was getting really tough, I glanced at the watch and I saw the average pace of that kilometre was over 4 minutes. But the average pace of the overall run still said 3 minutes and something. So that really helped me, and it helped me to keep pushing. And you know what? This was all about push, push, push from that 4th kilometre onwards. Counting down the laps really did help. And I guess listening to the music as well helped quite a bit. But as I got further into the run, I found that my mind was drifting away from the lyrics and it was much more focused on how hard this run was getting. Anyway, as I said at the track, I'm relieved and I'm delighted to go under 20 minutes for the first time. And you know what? I think I've earned this tonight. I'm going to be really glad now to move on from this 5K challenge and start my next running challenge, and I'll update you more on that in the next video. But before we end this series, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to all of you who have supported me during the past couple of months, especially after last week's attempt that didn't go so well. So thank you for watching the videos and giving me lots of encouragement. And I do hope you've enjoyed today's video and all of the series. And if you have, of course, please do hit that thumbs up button to give the video a like. And if you're new around here, well, why not consider subscribing for regular running content? But for now, guys, goodbye.